Okay. Hold on 1 second. The stream's gonna lag. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be right. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh my God, the mosquitoes are out today, son. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Uh-uh. 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 I'd rather sweat. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. Nah. Hell no, bruh. It's like a drone swarm. Like, no. Uh-uh. Not much, man. Out here just starting to stream. There's a fucking shitload of mosquitoes out here today. What's up with you? Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're having a blessed day today. Yeah, that's what you get, bitch. You can't bite through my pants. Dude, oh my God, the mosquitoes are bad out here, bro. This is why some people ask me, why do I wear a jacket when it's like 100 degrees outside? This is why. When there's mosquitoes everywhere. It's terrible, man. Uh-huh. They kind of went away now that I put my jacket back on, but they came in like a fucking drone swarm, dog. Because like I was saying, that's why I kind of wear a jacket in such hot heat, because all they can land on is my hand. Because I wear gloves too, but because also to prevent my hands from getting sunburned. And then you don't develop lobster hands when you got long sleeves on. The only thing in your hands are in the sun all day. Your hands are gonna get a tan line, and everything else is gonna be white. I'm doing good. Not much, bro. I don't think the camera's gonna pick them up too well, but like, I took my jacket off and there's nothing but mosquitoes everywhere, so. I had to put that shit back on. I'm doing all right, River. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're having a blessed day, man. Yeah, I've been up for a minute. I could have streamed earlier in my shelter, but I said fuck that. I want to get up and like move. Like when I stream tonight, I'll probably be in a different spot just because I don't want to even be in my usual spot. I got to change it up. Like I hate being confined to like a routine and me consistently like being in certain spots. I don't like it. God helps me every day, brother. I appreciate it though. Thank you. Same to you. It's the plan, River. But that's why I wear a jacket. Besides, like, prevent getting sunburned, you know, because I can just tuck my hands in like that without gloves. But the only where the mosquitoes can land right now, currently, where they can bite me, is my face and my hands. My neck, like, my hair kind of covers my neck because, you know, it's all the way down to like there. Well, I appreciate that. Well, it's good. It's good to have you in the audience, man. Sorry, I got smoke in my eye. I appreciate everyone that tunes in, that are a loyal fan base and tolerate my bullshit, so to speak. So, hey, it's what it is. I thank the Lord every day for this. I really do. Because at the end of the day, like, if I really want $1 million, if I want $1 billion, it's in my hands. You know what I mean? I have that opportunity. And right now where I'm at financially, like, can be YouTube, like, I'm well off. You know what I mean? I'm probably better off financially than I've ever been in my entire life. And I'll know more accurately here in the upcoming days. But just running basic numbers off of, like, low views of, like, people looking at ads, even, like, you know, just 100 people, after I make, like, you know, as much content as I do make. Yeah, I believe in Jesus. I love God, Jesus Christ, Holy Spirit, and the Bible. Yeah, I live in the woods. I don't want to say I live on the streets. That's, no. Nor am I homesteading or, like, living off the land. I'm just, like, homeless. More on a spiritual journey than anything, really. And then dealing with a whole other complex amount of issues. Like, trust me, if I needed housing and, like, transportation and everything like that, like, I can get that, like, as soon as I want it. Like, you know what I mean? I kind of have everything what I need right now for me at the moment. Yeah, I have a shelter I made. Yeah, I smoke cigarettes. That's it. And I do plan on quitting. Have any ish? What's ish? I'm not sure what you're referring to when you say ish. That's where I'm lost at. No. I don't drink beer anymore. Well, I don't know what that's a reference to. But no, I don't have any of that. I just have cigarettes and I'm just a homeless guy, law-abiding citizen, man. Like, just because I don't want to. Long story short. If I have a legitimate reason to quit smoking, I will. But I appreciate the compliment on my hair. Mud Seth, how you doing? I don't need a lawnmower. I appreciate it, man. Thanks, River. I don't know if you're tuning out or something, but you have a blessed day as well. Thanks for tuning in. Like, maybe if I needed a lawnmower, bro. Sure. I'd give you 4 cigarettes for it. I ain't gonna say no to that deal. That's a steal, dog. I mean, Jesus Christ, even if you scrap it, it's better than, it's worth more than 4 cigarettes. Yeah, man. Have a good one. Cowabunga, brother. Hang loose, dog. Like, I want to say you meant to say love, but I'm in America, North Carolina. Yeah. And this is like my chill spot, like one of my many chill spots I chill at and like stream and like hang out and like, out of sight, out of mind. And like, if I need to get something, I'm like right close to it. So, and like I was telling other people, I'm trying to like kind of change it up. I don't like kind of being at the same spot, have free time. Kind of gets to me. Not much, Owen. How you doing? Well, I appreciate that, Art. God's taking care of me for sure. Oh, no, I'll be fine. There's many benefits to having a jacket on during summer, whether it's as crazy as it sounds. Not only one is it help you prevent getting sunburnt, it helps you stop mosquitoes from getting to you. It's a natural bug repellent. And it limits like where they can really be and get to you. And then at the end of the day, when you can actually like take your jacket off and like have a way to prevent mosquitoes being in the area, so to speak, in some way, shape, or form. There's many methods to do that. But you're so used to being hot with the jacket on, when you take it off, it's like, it's like air conditioned. Because all of this that's been baking all day now gets to fucking just be free and vent and just cool off. Although you just got to make sure you keep yourself hydrated, because you're going to sweat a lot more, because obviously you're going to be fucking hot. But like, I mean, you're kind of stupid to be walking around in the daylight to begin with. Especially if it's baking heat. You're better off just sitting in the shade all day until it's dark. Will I ever fight for Israel? Yeah, sure, why not? When the situation calls for it, but it's not gotten that far. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that, Linux. My attention has been focused elsewhere, but anywho. Well, I appreciate that, Art. Yeah, but if I put a hat on or something, I'd look goofy as fuck with all this, like... I'd have to have it, like, tucked back in a ponytail or something, like... Because if you slick it back and have it really tucked tight back, it looks like you have really short hair anyways, but... I'm in North Carolina. Why would they cancel school? Do you like schools that have basic air conditioning where the kids will be like cool? Like, obviously, you probably wouldn't want them outside and during PE. Like, you know, just have them inside playing dodgeball or something with those soft, like, styrofoam dodgeballs they have. Like, I don't know. Or basketball or something, whatever the fuck they want to play. I don't know what kids do these days. Just keep it inside. Like, you don't have to cancel school. They're inside in air conditioning. What, you think they're gonna die in air conditioning? Yeah. To me, it's weird though. Like, I've acclimated. So you gotta realize I'm out here all day. Y'all in your little brief existence out here, like, you get used to it. Like, dude, I'm in a jacket. Like, I'm in a fucking Carhartt. And, like, all, like, 90-degree weather. Even though I'm in the shade, though. You get used to it. I swear you do. It's just y'all live in an artificial world. I'm streaming right now. But there's a brief explanation kind of in the description. Yeah, you do. You get used to it. What you don't get used to now is if this was a different situation and it was like more homesteading. Well, no, actually, you get used to it. Guaranteed. Because depending on how you're homesteading, you set yourself up to fail to begin with anyways. Not much, no. No, I'm not gold panning. What the fuck is that? Bro, I'm monetized on my stream. I'm not taking IHOP or Waffle House. This is my job. Again, I'm monetized on YouTube. This is my job. Bro, I'm monetized on YouTube. This is my job. Like, how many times I gotta repeat that? Like, yes, YouTube pays me. Sorry, I'm busy moderating my chat. I'm in North Carolina. I appreciate that, Art. That's the plan. That's the plan. No, I legitimately am monetized on YouTube, homeboy. Sorry to burst your little bubble. My shelter. I'm just at like a chill spot where I hang out, kind of to be out of sight, out of mind. You know, where I kind of like read politics and like, doom scroll or, stream now. I started streaming about 5 months ago. I haven't been streaming for 1,008 days. Well, Nosh, you know what? You're going on the naughty list. There's been a few people that have came in this stream and said I look like Santa, but you know what? You're getting coal in your stocking this year, and you're meeting Krampus, Noah. It's you, Milo, and you lucky that I forgot the other person's name. It's been 3 of y'all so far. I'm sure there's been more, but no, I didn't take it as a compliment. I took that shit personal. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Not much, Piet or Plet. It's up from America. Yeah, I eat salads. Salads are good, man. Because you have your like lettuce, and it's like mixed, and then you got like your carrots, like, and then your red onions, and like I like green peppers in mine. A little bit of ranch. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you get ham, bacon, and like turkey, chicken or something, steak to put on it, it's better as well. But I like salad. It's good. Me, I'm in North Carolina. I'll be fine. Like, I ain't worried about it. Trust me. The Lord's got me, but homeboy, I'm gonna be fine. Yeah, okay, yep, go commit major felony and then go live in Mexico. Yeah, that makes total sense. Like, yeah. That's a way to have a long and peaceful life and, be able to be fruitful and multiply and raise kids. And yeah, that makes total sense, man. And ensures, my family's safety. 100, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, there are better ways to go about things. Nah, Noah, you're good. Don't worry, I'm just fucking around. It's one of those, like, I guess you could say, like, softball situations that I'm trying to knock it out of the park. Ho, 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 motherfucker. Just don't get caught. Yeah, okay. That makes total sense. Uh-huh. What bullshit did you say and you're going in timeout for? For 10 seconds. Sleep in my shelter that I made in the woods with no fire? Like, what do you mean? Like, directly on the ground? Not even 6 inches off of it anymore? Like, used to it? Like, what? What do you mean? You'd have to go back to one of my previous videos on my channel. It's like near day 977. Sorry, I'm digging for gold right now. Use my pinky. Hold on. Chief, why does it seem like you just wished for my peace to be brought to an end? How that is worded does not look like you want my peace to be sustained, Chief. Oh, and I always love Jesus, by the way. No, I'm not married. Am I black? I don't know. Black people call me black, but I look white, bro. Like, I'm being dead ass serious. I'm not kidding. Like, black people call me black, so I don't know. I'd rather call them just Americans, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. Nah, I kind of got them all out. I'm sorry. I can breathe better now, though. I need to make a post on that where it's just like, you know, have you had a booger where you like pick your nostril and it's like the whole booger is like covering the whole nostril and you like pull it out and like you can just feel like the air like going in and like how relieving it is? Okay, that's enough, dude. Okay. No, I don't use the campfire or stuff. But what if I like it outside? Like, I really don't want, I mean, like, I can get a home, but I really kind of don't need a home unless I need have a reason. You know what I mean? Like, if I need a home, it'll be more or less because I have a girlfriend or a wife or, like, you know, and then, like, kids. So, other than that, I really don't need a home. Bro, I've been out here for 1,008 days. So, or 1,009 now, excuse me. Sorry. I've been out here through hurricanes, polar vortexes, heat waves. Like, I'm fine, bro. I'm in North Carolina. I'm 2 hours from the beach and 2 hours from the mountains. Daniel, I am a plant. I photosynthesize off the sun. I no longer require food. And then I am also like a human cyborg robot that I am able to electromagnetically charge my phone through my body's electromagnetic activity. I don't want to tell people, but I am a secret government project. I couldn't get all the way through it without laughing. But no, I eat food at restaurants. Like, I'm not homesteading or trying to live off the land. I could easily catch my own food if I wanted to. But there is a reason there are hunting seasons and regulations on certain and parts of nature or different species of nature you can and cannot hunt for a reason, because the ecosystem is really fragile. And our food is more or less kind of already at the store. And this food is like the food of, you know, fucking Yogi Bear out there. And, you know, I want Yogi Bear to be fat, full, and happy and not angry. And I'm looking like its next meal. You know what I mean? I appreciate the compliment on my jacket. Yeah, Christian. I keep up with politics usually, and then like stream, play video games, which is kind of more or less in my streaming as well, as much as I do this type of content. And then just like, you know, I do photography and stuff. And like, I don't know. I try to be a jack of all trades, so to speak. I kind of don't like being settled down in one spot, and I like being able to do a lot. And I think I missed Noah's thing. Thanks for tuning in, man. You have a blessed rest of your day. No, it's not hot out here. I'm in the shade. I mean, it's hot. If I was in the sun, it's getting a little hot, yeah. Just because I'm talking and like just being gesticulate, which means talking with my hands. Like I kind of do get warm a little bit, but if I take this jacket off, I'm gonna be dealing with mosquitoes biting me everywhere. The only place the mosquitoes can land is my hands and my face right now. And me just moving and talking kind of like keeps them away. Chief, I would build the dopest off-grid shelter if I, like, eventually I can get property. So, like, I could do that if I wanted to. I could buy property and make me off-grid shelter if I really wanted to, but at that point, I would just build my house on it, you know what I mean? But I'd have to look for some good property. Yeah. See, like, if I was in that situation, Chief, it'd be a lot different, It'd be like, nah, I need a house. I need a car, because you guys, the wife's got to take care of the kid if she ain't working. And, she got to be able to drive the kid to school or to his doctor appointment. You know what I mean? So, when that is an in-fact situation, yeah, till then, no, I'm good. That's pretty fucked up. That's a low opinion of me, Commander. Well, it's just really a cup of water. I passed through and it's got me a cup of water. There's other people, like, I've seen, like, other people out here. A lot of people kind of act like they're homeless or something. I don't know. It's a weird thing. I've been out walking around and I literally see them come out of their home. And I'm just like, okay, whatever the fuck this is. And then, like, there's other people that kind of just, I see them and then they pass through. They're not, like, people that really stay here. And then I stick to myself anyways. I appreciate that, Forsaken. That's a hard answer, okay? Like, I'm a big nerd, man. I know I don't look like it, but, bro, like, when I was a kid, man, I've played, like, from Sega to Nintendo, like, I played Sega, Nintendo, 64, PlayStation 2, Xbox One, and PC, man, and then mobile. Like, I'm a huge nerd. And I know I'm not right at, like, the live chat, and I'm, like, more up in the chat right now. You'd have to scroll really far back into my social media. I'd have to repost the pictures I've taken. I haven't really, like, taken many new photography pictures. A lot of it's on my social media, like my Facebook and my Twitter. But, like, those are more way back. You're better off going to my Facebook and going into my cover photos and looking at those. Because I did put them up there. And, like, some of those pictures where it's, like, it looks like it's in the middle of the water is me literally in the middle of that fucking river with my phone, like, with my pinky on the charger port, like, touching the water to prevent, like, the water going in the charger port with my pinky, but the pinky's touching the water, like, taking photos. But, like, getting paid for it? No, not yet. Like, I gotta wait till the 23rd because I, duplicated my, wait, what? I forgot what the cheat was. For that. It's in the description. Yeah, I'm American, Mr. Misty. But yeah, going on where it is, like, I'm legitimately 100% monetized on YouTube. It's just I duplicated my AdSense account, which means, like, I made my AdSense account through Google, and you're supposed to make it through YouTube Studios. And when I went to make it through YouTube Studios, it glitches it out and demonetizes you. And all I gotta do is wait 32 days, redo that, and we're good to go. And YouTube's already looked at my content and, like, you know, it's been approved. So I'm not worried about getting monetized this time. I appreciate that, Daniel. Thank you. What flavor? That delicious flavor. I really don't care for sports, to be honest with you. I'm not saying I'm a professional athlete, but I'd rather play the game myself. You know what I mean? Even if that entitles just throwing the ball around. You know, if you have to kind of like the certain amount of people to play soccer, you can kind of play soccer, you know what I mean? And baseball's kind of the same way. I don't know, I'm going to throw it and you can either hit it or not, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not a big sport fan. And then me being a big mounted nerd as I am, if I'm playing a game, like, at a certain point, like, I'm going to make sure I can beat the professionals. Like, I'm not worried about it. I mean, I ain't showered in a couple months now, yeah. Or a month now. Since I got that hotel room, it's been a minute. I don't feel like dropping $200 again to fucking take a shower and wash my clothes and everything. That wasn't even counting food. And then I don't normally hang out in the public anyways. I more or less just charge my phone, get something to eat, charge my phone, and I'm out of sight, out of mind. I am kind of like a troglodyte little hermit, like hiding in the fucking woods, bro. YouTube, man. And then I did have a part-time job, but I don't know. It was part-time. I was only getting 1 to 2 days a week. I worked there. And, you know, I don't know. The boss was threatening to throw my phone in the sink. I'm going to be honest with you. I maintained my composure. I was really professional. But, like, bro, I was about to lose my shit. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, and then I only worked there 1 to 2 days a week, maybe, and then I'm getting accused of misplacing items. Then they're trying to encourage me to steal from the store by claiming there's no cameras there. So, I'm good. And thankfully, Lord willing, I'm monetized on YouTube. I have a faithful fan base that are loyal, like, unless I do something really incredibly drastic, like, I mean, off the wall, like, more, because I can't even say off the wall, like, but, like, I don't plan on doing anything crazy, so, like, that's a pretty loyal 9,000 people, so I feel like that's a strong job security, you know what I mean? And just a starting point foundation to grow. So I'm not worried about it at all. So, like, this is my job. And I kind of wanted this to be my full-time job. And it kind of really the fuck is. Because, like, yeah, I'll sit here and stream this. But if I, like, you know, if I have to, like, if I do something else, like if I had a GoPro or something, or, like, I'm out taking recordings of, like, a trail or something, like, I need ways to edit that. And yeah, I can get apps, but usually if the application's not in America, I don't fuck with it. I'm in North Carolina. Because, like, I got a P.O. box and everything. I got a Cash App, PayPal. Like, I got credit card information. I got a technical address. So, I'm not worried about shit. And then I got, like I said, Lord willing, all thanks to the Lord, I got all this, and it's ever growing. Like, trust me, I wake up dumbfounded every day, a little bit, to be honest with y'all. Like, I didn't expect to wake up. I'm not trying to call y'all orcs, but I didn't expect to wake up every day and pretty much look at Helm's Deep in front of me, hypothetically speaking. You know what I mean? Technically, it's more than that. It's like 12,000 return viewers. I don't know. I could check my analytics, and it went down a little bit more because it used to be 40,000. But I want to say that was more because of like the kind of like the middle of May when I had like tens of thousands of views in like 30 minutes. I'm doing all right, Brian. How about yourself? Yes. No, Dylan. The plan is to save up for YouTube. It's to look where I have money financially and begin to budget that and invest it in my YouTube. And like, you know, because of course I got to take what I make from YouTube and make sure I'm good, you know, from day to day, like daily basis means like, you know, food. You know, if I want to get a hotel room at some point within this month of, you know, me getting paid the next month, you know, I can afford that. You know, it's really me figuring out my budget right now with what I make from YouTube. That's where I'm at right now. So I don't want to sit here and make all these grander promises and be like, oh, sorry, homeboy, bank account's looking a little bit lighter than that. We're only going to be able to do this right now. So I'm trying to get to that bridge first before I've already ran across it and gave you false promises. Yeah, I got a tarp. I got a bunch of tarps. I'm not shaving my beard or my hair. I'm doing the Jesus Nazareth way where you don't cut or trim your hair or beard. Like, honestly, if I could go back as a kid, I wish I could tell my parents I could never have cut my hair. And then I would have stopped myself from cutting my hair. Because unfortunately, I got curly hair. I used to drink. I don't do drugs unless you consider like cigarettes a drug, sure. And like vaping. Other than that, like, I'm sober, bro. I don't really fuck with hardcore drugs. Like, I'll be the one to throw the motherfuckers in jail. Like, I don't fuck with that shit. I've had family that have had issues with drugs. And I still haven't even seen people I haven't seen for decades. Is like, and I ain't seen like the after effects of it. And like, trust me, like, I'm not going to be happy when I see this person. I feel like people are purposely hiding them from me. Because if you want to, damn, you need a new pellet on that car. Jesus. I'm at work right now on YouTube. I'm monetized, bro. Hey, here's my job. Yeah. Yeah, Dylan. Long as it's kind of within community guidelines, Captain, and you know what I mean? I really don't care. You know what I mean? I mean, that's kind of the plan, Dylan, a little bit. I'm not going to lie. It's just me finding the appropriate land because I'm also going to try to, like, build it, like, on a homestead a little bit. Like, I'm still wanting to be a member of society, but I want to have my own, like, supply of food and stuff like that. Like, I want solar paneling and everything. My own, like, little bit of livestock and, like, vegetables. I'm not talking about being, like, a complete 100% farmer, but, like, having enough of a homestead to get me and my family through a harsh winter, if there were to be one, and, like, society were to collapse. And if society were to collapse, it's just a hard time financially, nonetheless. I have livestock I can sell, eat, everything. You know what I mean? It's more than just like food. So yeah, I stay on public land. According to people, I told them they could be honest with me. Apparently I don't stink, I just smell like cigarettes. And usually when I smell myself, I smell like a dog. Like a wet dog, like a hot, wet dog. That's how usually I smell when I smell myself. No, I've not been robbed or mugged. North Carolina, Dallas. Yeah, it's in my previous content. You'd have to go to like one of my older videos. Clown girls. Can I read runes? I don't know. Probably not, but I don't know. Let me look at it. We'll find out. Don't be sorry for Machina. I'm blessed out here. You got to think about it. Like, I get to wake up every day and I get to do this. I get paid to do this. I really do. Like, it's great. I'm not stuck in a 9 to 5, and then I get to work on everything. Myself, my stream, think about what I'm doing for like other content that's gonna be different, and just it's awesome. Like, y'all don't get it. Don't feel bad for me. It's great. And then I'm out here like more connected with nature than you'll ever be. Like, I'm being serious. Like, the crows follow me around out here, and like we kind of got like a base relationship because I kind of do give them my scraps and stuff. And like they will, like especially during winter, they will like roost wherever I sleep at. I'll be walking in the woods to go to sleep, and they'll be all there. They have like a typical like roost spot where they usually roost, but like they will migrate sometimes and sleep exactly where I'm at. Wherever I go, they'll be there in those woods with me. And then like the squirrels, like the squirrels in the area where I'm at now, if you've seen like some of my older content, I'm in the area where those squirrels were. I've had 0 mushrooms today. This ain't a Bigfoot vlog. I'm not over here tweaking, homeboy. I'm in North Carolina. My favorite animal, owls. Yeah, someone gifted me it years ago. I know, Goonie, and that's kind of why I secretly like being monetized on YouTube. Because, like, people are just mean. I don't know any other way to describe it nicely. Just people are mean. And, like, assume the worst of people. No, bro, I'm in North Carolina. Whoever the fuck that is needs a new rotor. I am 2 hours from the beach and 2 hours from the mountain. Bro, I'm not Aiden. Oh, you're talking about Aiden. Oh. What's up, Aiden? How you doing? Welcome back to the stream. Hope you've had a blessed day. Like 2 hours, Floody. Chance, I really don't have to worry about him, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know, like, how to explain it to people, but, like, your natural oil in your hair, like, prevents them from getting to your head. Like, I can sit here and do this, but, like, I'm not worried about it. Like, there's nothing here. I already know there's not. Because, like, at a certain point when it ticks on you anyways, you begin to itch where it's, like, bit you, and you'll, like, you'll rub there and you'll feel it, and you're like, oh, shit, it's there. Like, if they do get on me, they're more on me where, like, my shirt's not secured into, like, my pants or, like, my underpants of my pants. Like, I got pajamas under these pants right here. Just in case, like, my pants rip. Like, you know, my boxers ain't showing. I got, like, sweatpants under these. And then when it's winter, you know, it keeps me warmer as well. And then nonetheless, if my pants rip, I got, you know, pants under my pants. Albeit, though, they may be Yeti pajamas, nonetheless, they're pants under my pants. Yeah, I believe in Jesus, seriously. Sorry, there's a mosquito in my face. A portable what? Sorry, there's a lot of comments I missed. There's like 100 people in here. And I was trying to keep up with like the earlier messages, but I want to keep up with what's going live right now. Well, I wouldn't call it camping out. I kind of have no other choice, Ed. I don't like have a home to go back to, quite literally. But I mean, if I applied for governmental aid and services, if I had needed a reason to, I'd have a house today. Like, you know what I mean? And transportation. Like, it would be no problem. But then that would, like, also require a bunch of, like, extra money, like, on my bills and shit. And I really have no reason to really do that at the moment currently. Yeah, I'm at work right now. Monetized on YouTube. And I'm also trying to see how my monthly budget is on YouTube first, more than anything, before I move into, like, housing. I don't want to just jump on the first thing that's available. I want to seriously look at that and run the numbers. Like, worst case scenario numbers. No, I'm single. This is my right hand. It's just a front-facing camera. I had a dream. I usually wear it on this finger, but one, I didn't feel like I didn't want to keep feeling like Sauron with it on this finger. And even though it's a Jesus ring, I don't know. Let me see if I can get it on there. And it's hard for to get this thing to focus. But where I'm going at with that is I used to have it on this finger, but I kind of got tired of feeling like Sauron. But I had a nightmare one day where I literally took like some fucking clippers, bro, and literally this finger and like watched it fall off and was in the dream like this after I picked it up with this hand, like doing this with my finger. And then after that day, I kind of just moved to this finger and left it there. Yeah, Captain, let me think on it, though. I can do 2 truths and a lie. Oh, yeah, I'm subscribed to him. I was going through one day, and I just saw him there, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I got bored one day, kind of was just like trolling the other streamers, and just kind of went in there just talking shit to them. Like literally being like trolls in my stream. I didn't do it for long, but I did it for a little bit. I just to give people a taste. You know, I'd go in there and just be like, hey, your meth you ordered is in your mailbox. Oh, this dude's a registered pedophile. I'd go in there and on their stream and just fuck with him like that. But I rolled across Steamy Biscuit, and I was just like, yo, that's pretty cool. And then subscribed, and then I just tell the dude have a blessed day when I see him live and stuff. Because like he'll pop up when I'm like scrolling through YouTube looking for political content. So Lenny, in a few days, by the end of July, I can give you a more confident answer. So with the true answer, I'll go with you right now. No, it's not by choice, currently. Well, I appreciate that, champs. One of these days. Yeah, I'm political. I'm politically independent, though. Don't think I'm a Republican or a Democrat. I like, bro, like I say on the stream all the time, I don't see how America's supposed to move forward if every 4 to 8 years what they're doing is tearing down the trillions of dollars someone else wasted. Or not, I don't want to say wasted. That's probably a bad word, but used to better America. I mean, there's things you can get rid of, but there's things you can obviously amend because there's issues that have arisen in that 4 to 8 years that people are now using as a loophole to get around it, that you can just amend within this 4 to 8 years. Although you have different policies elsewhere, you can make your own little agenda and policies. Rather than just outright just taking everything and just... Because it's just really at that point, you just really just might as well put trillions of dollars in a pile, light it on fire. It's the same thing. Well, I appreciate that, Fungi. Thanks for tuning in. Hope all's well for you as well. Good to see you again. I know it's been a minute, man. It's been a weird last 5 months. It's been quick. And it don't feel like 5 months. It feels like years. I'm 31, man. Yeah, man, I play video games. Bro, I wish I had better editing equipment because that fucking Yurtle Massacre little edit of, like, my live stream when I was playing League. Like, bro, I wanted to put in the fucking Luke Skywalker, I hate them all, like, quote. And like faded in, started to begin to fade it in as that massacre began to unfold. I'm in North Carolina. Now I actually had a good ADC that game that knew what the fuck they were doing. And I was over there about to die of laughter. That shit cracks me up, bro. I mean, I'll get into like laughing for 5 minutes straight. Lean beef, my daily routine is streaming, looking at politics, Uh, kind of like going through my stream, editing it a little bit, uh, looking at YouTube, going to other content. You know, I like to look at other people's stuff as well and scroll through that. Um, you know, obviously I eat food. You know, other than that, kind of just do whatever the fuck I really want. You know what I mean? That's kind of my daily routine. And you know, like I thank God every morning I get up and like before I go to bed and like, you know, consistently throughout the day. It's, I don't know, I'm weird. Or what I guess the societal norm would consider weird. But, John P., if I can't make it to the toilet, like at somewhere that's 24/7 and open, like, and I mean, I can squeeze and hold it for like a mile and walk. It's not fun, but I can do it, like, you know. If I ain't making it, bro, I ain't shitting my pants, no, homie. Unless I'm in a foxhole and in a war, like, I'm not shitting my pants. I'm a grown-ass adult, like, no. And the minute I have to shit in my pants, I'm going to be a very angry man. I'm going to be quite honest with you. Someone's dying that day, quite literally, and, like, I don't care. Like, that's how I look at that. Like, I am a grown-ass man. It'll be like the Key and Peele skit a little bit, bro. Like, I'm a grown-ass man. Like, what? Like, in that situation, like, why am I shitting on myself? Yeah, Aiden, but like, dude, when it's the bubbles, like, you ain't holding the bubbles. You can try, but at some point, the bubbles are eventually going to win. And then it's mud butt. And I mean, I'll be every step of the way praying the Lord that I let me make it to the toilet. Like, let me get in there and put them cheeks on the seat. Like, please. I'm a grown-ass man. Why do I have to do this? But damn, that food is good. No. It's my right hand. I think he meant bubble gut. Oh yeah, y'all gotta start looking at women a little bit more realistically. Like, women got, like, yeah, don't get me wrong, women are attractive and everything, but it's like, what was it? What was that movie, The Swap or whatever? And it's like Tuesday taco night, and like homegirl's over there just blowing chunks out her ass with the door wide open. Like, that's a little bit more of a reality when you're in a relationship. Like, you gotta remember, they're human too. Much impulse. How you doing? One Piece. I never really watched One Piece. I never got really into the art style. So. Yeah, Ava, that's probably true. Because y'all are over there eating fucking grass and doing all this other shit to be like skinny, anemic, look, trying to be like that other person. Like, That's my point, though. I don't. What are you talking about Islam for, dude? I believe in God, Jesus Christ, Holy Spirit, one sacred Bible. But anyways, no, not yet. And even then, even if you get to one more extension with fucking China and Taiwan, or the continuation of like India and Pakistan, I mean, at the end of the day, like, it's still good. I mean, most people consider that a world war, but I mean, you know, that's not the rest of the 193 countries that exist and recognized by the United Nations. Although them warring will affect everything, like nonetheless. It's whenever America, like, you got to consider NATO getting involved as well and everything. But I mean, it's technically a world war, but I don't see it happening anytime soon yet. More than anything. Like, honest to God, we're honest to God about to just see a clean sweep of Iranian leadership. There's no reason to have troops directly on the ground at all. Like, the Iranian people need to do something with their leadership and get them out, because they're gonna die. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you. And they're your own people, and I know they're gonna, like, the Iranian people as a whole and a culture are gonna feel some type of way about their people dying, whether they were an evil motherfucker or not. No, I'm not a veteran. Magic Ninja. But they're just going to die. And it's going to make some people question how America's kind of handled their other wars. They're going to be like, well, why didn't you do this before? And again, I will reiterate this point here. There is already nuclear war going on in Iran. Like, when you blow up those uranium enrichment sites, that is radioactive waste right there in itself, which is technically, in its form, nuclear war. The entire international community does not give a fuck. And I'm going to be honest with you, when the whole world, and we're pretty much on the verge of World War III, but the whole world's falling silent on someone having nuclear weapons, and there kind of being a small, minuscule nuclear fallout on there right now, currently, that should show you the clear and present threat that no one wants them to have a nuke. I mean, clear and present that no one wants them to have it. When the whole international community is sitting there just, fucking, like, literally just shutting the fuck up and focusing on something else, that's bad. Yeah, Ava, nukes are kind of stupid. I'm going to be honest with you. Because at the end of the day, if I nuke you, I can't get that. Like, it's not mine. And really, at the end of the day, really, like, war and conquest over anything, it's taking something. It's mine now. Like, and at no point, me nuking it and making it a radioactive wasteland is beneficial to me at all. Like, there might be resources there. Because whether people realize it or not, even if you somehow maintain peace, eventually the Earth's resources are going to run out, and you are going to have war. theoretically speaking, if you can get humanity to survive, like, generations down the road, there will be a resource crisis war. Like, Antarctica will be like a World War III when that bitch melts. And something weird don't happen beforehand. Like, even during a World War III, Antarctica will be like a hot zone. Yeah, that's the biggest problem. Everyone's worried about, like I said, everyone's worried about the ballistic missiles and all that, bro. Like, I can have a nuke that literally fits in the size of something like this. That will literally, like, blow up the city. That's, like, hidden from shit, and I don't want to get into details, even though the information's on Google. I'm not trying to give anyone any ideas, but it's a very unfortunate reality of war. And again, Iran historically is not known for, like, showing restraint and will lash out at anyone, whether it be Russia, China, America, anyone in the Middle East. And they now have a nuclear bomb they can lash out with you with. All right, Aiden, have a good one. Have a blessed rest of your day. I do what I want. Don't tell me what to do. I know smoking's bad for me. I don't care. Don't judge me. Hey, McDonald's ain't good for you either. Or whatever the fuck else you ate today. I don't know. Don't tell me what to do. Tekken? Well, corporations really couldn't have took over. In its form, it'd be more like the private militaries if the government truly falls apart. And it'd be really hard for the government to fall. That's a weird film concept, though. Because if the government falls, like, money's useless, and I don't see how a corporation is going to take over. No one gives a fuck about the rich at that point. They're already poor, and now it's turned into The Walking Dead, pretty much, real life. Because I'm going to be honest with you, the minute society collapses and there are no more laws type thing, trust me, homeboy, somebody's going to be walking around with their gun and you're getting shot. Don't matter who the fuck you are, whether you're a kid, an adult, old person, no, you're just getting shot. It'll be the Wild Wild West again. Like, all the stores are going to start getting looted. Like, it would not be a pretty sight to see the government fall. Albeit the fucked up conspiracy theories, albeit the conspiracy theories that do exist with the government, I like to look at a little bit like the Loki, like Mobius and Loki thing with the time gambit guy, or whatever the fuck it was. Like, you kind of need the TCA, so to speak, or it all turns to shit. Although right now it's just being misused and mishandled by some wrong people. But you go into the government and think one person's going to change it, like, it's kind of delusional. Like, you better be like the prophet of the Lord, or you are in trouble. Because that's like 500 people in Congress in itself. And that's not talking about, like, security and then other government personnel. Like, your Secretary of Defense, your President, your Vice President, your Director of, the Department of Homeland Security, whoever's the Director of the National Security Association, whoever's the Director of the CIA, and then all their subordinates, You know, to think you're going to be one person and go in the government and change something, that's going to be really difficult. No, it's not overthrowing the government. There's no reason to. America's not became tyrannical. They've not taken your guns. Like, you have your First Amendment right. At no point are they trying to violate that. I mean, Jesus Christ, they've showed restraint on it. If you look at the LA riots, like, you're lucky I wasn't a cop there. I would have shot your ass for throwing bricks at me. Like, I probably got fired that day. Because you would have got shot. I would have stopped my fucking car and been like, motherfucker, throw another one. Like, bro, I ain't fucking around with you. You would have got shot that day if I was there. Like America's not become tyrannical. At all. Because at the end of the day, like, people are sitting there kind of trying to contradict United States of America gathered intelligence, let alone Mexican gathered intelligence, or whatever other nation they are a part of, because legally speaking, they are represented by their government, and they are technically a sovereign citizen of that government and have legal representation by their government. Whether how corrupt their government is, legally speaking, America doesn't like to get itself in any trouble. So nonetheless, they know who the fuck you are and who's supposed to be there and who's not supposed to be there. And those who are legally there have the legal paperwork they need to prove that they're supposed to be there. They don't need to sit there and, like, fucking cause a mass riot and destroy the town and, like, try, like, damn near kill people. That makes no sense. Do I like Trump? No, I don't really like Trump, but he's the president. You know what I mean? Kind of cry a river, build a bridge, get over it. I don't know how to explain it to people. No, I'm not Jesus. Well, no, you set yourself up to that, James. Because when you get arrested, you know, you're not getting put into, like, you know, sunshine and rainbows, kindergarten, babysitting time, you know what I mean? Like, you're going into a federal incarceration place. Yeah, there may be some people in there for, like, silly shit, like misdemeanors, but you got other people that are in there on holding, waiting for trial for, like, murder. And have a record of murdering people. So, well, hey there, Tia. How you doing? Hey, from America. Yeah. But no, at the same time, though, whether people realize it or not, there are other, like, we had a war with Mexico years ago. And by law, within the Treaty of Guadalupe, depending on some people and their heritage and, like, their actual family name and bloodline that I want to say is well tracked by America, like, by law, they're technically a legal U.S. citizen. Like, it's their inheritance for their, like, family to have that right. So whether they were born in Mexico or some other fucking country, if they, by legitimate genetics, are connected to that family during that treaty, by law, they're a legal U.S. citizen. But I want to feel like that's a more well-regulated way of citizenship for the U.S. because it was to end a war between U.S. and Mexico. And there's a whole bunch of other stipulations. Like, us having them as, like, illegals, like, we can't really do that. We got to kind of send them back by that treaty. Unless they come here legally. We got to treat them with, like, the utmost care and respect and, like, send them back. If people really read the Treaty of Guadalupe, which ended the U.S.-Mexican War. Never mind the laws we have today. Hey. It's pretty much like ways to end the war. Like during their time, they were trying to find ways to end the war. Like they were trying to withdraw their troops from like where they were, and like they established a battle line, and then they were trying to withdraw their troops to pretty much back behind that battle line, and like there were stipulations there, and then it was like the realities they had to deal with the war between them and Mexico, and then like the natives, like the Indians, and like ways to go about it. If there was ever to like be an issue to arise between U.S. and Mexico, like all like albeit like there's like supposed to be like an arbitration, like there's never ever supposed to be a conflict between the U.S. and Mexico ever whatsoever. But like within this treaty, like it was like pretty much like a beginning of a partnership and friendship of the treaty. It pretty much said, "Fuck this war." And it was like a good way to like end it, I guess, that worked, that, people of the represented Mexico then, agreed with. So, I live in North Carolina, bro. Best drug, Jacob? God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit, one sacred Bible. Like, quite literally. Because we can't be, like, in possession or own. It's interesting, for sure. And by just basic humanitarian laws in America, we do have a right to due process. But like the whole 14th Amendment is more of a U.S. citizen thing. Because the minute you start trying to like contribute non-citizens to having constitutional rights, you start to jeopardize my constitutional rights. Is how I look at it. It'd be like me going into like a homosexual like business and then refusing to serve me because I'm straight. Like I could sue them type thing. Okay, beat Bailey. My story, there's a basic this little description, or let me word this correctly. There's a basic explanation in the description and the 3 dots up here. Sorry, I'm trying to speak too fast. And I doubt Kevin's in North Carolina, so. Well, don't get me wrong. Besides the Treaty of Guadalupe, there's a bunch of other laws as well in place. But nonetheless, those laws are still in place because it's the treaty to an end of a war. Like, those laws are going to forever exist between America and Mexico. Because we have a right to build that, like, no issues with building our border to fortify it if we want. Along that U.S. border. Mexico agreed to that in that treaty. So the whole wall, if there's any issues with us building that wall, they can't have an issue. We can do that. I personally think it's stupid that he built a wall. I mean, you could have built a ditch in some way that wouldn't have killed like the environment, but like a ditch nonetheless. Because even then, if they dig a tunnel, they're going to hit the ditch. And you can't exactly drive a car over the ditch. Or like a trench. Like, no, it'll be me 2028, son. No, Matthew Neville Golding 2028. Me. I got a month to run. Yeah, I have a driver license. I don't know all my information off the top of my head, man. I know my own phone number, my license number, my social security number. Like, I know everything. It's me, I better know it. You know what I mean? No, I don't have a car. Yeah, but you'd have to find a way to do it, like, make it safe for nature, though. I do care about nature, and I don't want some poor animal to walk off the side of this trench and, you know, they fall and they get stuck and dies. But nonetheless, like, hey. Well, if that's true, Mr. Fungu, I have a Cash App and PayPal in the description. Don't let me stop you. How about that? You just got to go all the way down to the bottom. I don't really care for a Lamar Jackson edit. I'm going to be honest with you. No, as I said before, I know you're probably new. I'm doing the Jesus Nazareth way where I don't cut my hair or my beard and trim it at all. I didn't ignore you. I literally said your username and everything, Mr. Lafungo. But okay. You have a blessed rest of your day, man. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, there, Zeffirino. I don't know why you retracted that. Hey, don't joke like that, Ines. The Canes. I don't want a Lamar edit. Hey, Henry. Sure, I'll have a soda. How about that? I think I drank enough. I really don't care for GTA 6 personally, Impulse. Contrary to popular belief. Like, I really feel that way as well. Like, I'm not saying it to be a troll or anything. Like, I'm being, like, serious. Bro, Ines. That's not even funny. To do what? I walk with God, Jesus Christ, Holy Spirit, one single Bible every day, Henry. Nothing much, big chance. I'm in North Carolina. East Coast. North Carolina. No, I've not played Witcher. Bro, I don't want a Lamar edit. I'm gonna block you. And before I forget, though, thanks for everybody tuning in. I hope you're having a blessed Friday or Saturday, depending on your time zone. Feel free to comment down below. I'd also appreciate a like, share, subscribe from the three dots over here. No pressure, but I greatly appreciate the support. I got you. That's pretty cool. There, Scott. I know, Pablo. I'm not in Turkey right now. What an S. Oh, that's look in my eye. Not really, Rip. A lot of people ask for that, and then, like, they never donate, so... I'm doing alright, Chris. I'm doing okay, Jasmine. How about yourself? Cheap kind, Ines. I'm not sure where I would go past their future because, you know, yeah, lottery's a scam. I don't gamble. I ain't stupid. Okay. Final Fantasy's pretty cool. WoW's cool. Sorry, I'm about to pull up my pants. They're falling down. It's bothering the fuck out of me. Those were pretty cool. I mean, in its form, Brigadine was a role-playing game. It's cool. Legend of Dragoon was pretty cool. Oh, I appreciate that, JC, but like I tell people, even though most people would probably consider it me talking myself out of money, I appreciate your like, your subscribe, and your share because it's worth its weight in gold. And it's led to my monetization. I am monetized on YouTube, so I do get paid monthly for that as well. And there are people who will send me money, and I do not want people that are a part of my community to feel like they are of less worth because they do not donate money. Nonetheless, at the end of the day, they do have worth in my community, and in general, just being a human being, nonetheless. But that's how I look at it. I care more about how your day has been than, hey, give me that money. That's a hard one to answer, Impulse. I kind of like them all. No, it's on my right hand. It's just a front-facing camera. I'd probably go back in time and stop some things from happening. Instead of being forced to 100% lock in and look like an absolute buffoon. Like, and I mean, it's like throwing a knife in the dark. Like, but you have no other choice but to kind of like lock in. Yeah, it's hot. I did not have the jacket on, but like there was a shit ton of mosquitoes that were around when I took it off. That's kind of why I'm chain smoking a little bit too. Sorry. I appreciate that, Ines. Yeah, I try to keep myself clean. I haven't showered in like a month though. Like, I got money to get a hotel room. I just don't want to waste $200 on a hotel room. I'm trying to like stack money. No, I don't do drugs. I mean, that's a lie. Yes, I do drugs because cigarettes are a drug, technically speaking. But like, I feel it's safe to assume you're referring to like cocaine or heroin or something. No, I don't do that shit. Honest to God, like it's in the description, I got arrested for that. Cause like no bullshit, I made like the way station in my area was closed for like 8 months. I made a Facebook post about it being closed. Well, I checked it the next day. It was open the next day. And I pretty much told a state trooper that someone pulled over to get his ass to the fucking way station and rip up that fucking ticket. They didn't like that. And then they arrested me 3 days later. And then when I got arrested, right before I got arrested, I was driving past another cop. I didn't stop or anything this time. I was just driving past, going speed limit and everything, and just had my window down and was like, yelled at him, called him a fucking faggot. And then, you know, he stopped doing what he was doing there, got in his car, and pulled me over, and they arrested me for that day. Like, I got arrested for trying to keep my streets clean. So, and nonetheless, Congress has been sitting there for 3 days that week bitching about a fentanyl crisis. And I'm gonna be honest with you, when Congress is sitting there 3 days in a row still talking about something, it's a really serious issue. And like, homeboy, there's more important issues than a fentanyl crisis going on right now. Like, that should have not been an issue to begin with. Not really down with authority. It's like, if you fucking sit here and get quota off of one more goddamn speeding ticket, bro, I'm gonna put my foot in your ass. Like, homeboy, if you ain't braiding in that goddamn trap house like El Salvador, we're gonna have issues. There is no and or if anymore, but anymore, homeboy. El Salvador did it. You can do it too. I don't think it's just the cartels, homeboy. I appreciate that. But nonetheless, you still got to deal with the stupid fact of humanity, nonetheless, as it is, which is addiction. Like, sorry. Some people, no matter what you do with them, you can take the horse to water and force it to drink. You can't force it to drink. You know, some people you just can't help. And it's unfortunately just like, I guess you could say, the duality of man. And there's nothing you can do about it, like, quite literally. Nightmares, Andrew. Nightmares of holding someone's dead, like, you know, like laying on an altar, like holding someone's dead skeletal body, looking at her son, to nuclear apocalypse nightmares, I don't know, meeting up at some other people's houses and there being like a whole like military operation going around, some dude's legs busted as fuck as we were like just like nightmares, bro. War. And like a lot of Russia shit. I had a dream, I was at a meeting, like looking across the thing from Putin. Never mind, I've had a dream where like I guess a negotiation fell or something, and like Putin like grabbed this box and was like, "Give me that!" And like fucking, it like pulled up like, and it switched to like camera footage of a drone flying into like an Israeli like 747 type jet. Like, I have nightmarish war dreams. So, I appreciate that. I went a whole year without taking a shower. And the amount of cigarettes I smoke, I'm not surprised to smell like cigarette smoke. And then like really when I smell myself, like I smell like a hot dog, like a hot wet dog. Like my feet stink something different, but I usually don't smell those unless like I take my boots off or like there's holes in my boots. And then I just got body spray I can put on as well, and like deodorant to kind of like cover up some of it. But I'm gonna be honest with you, as you can see right here, that's the color of my pants. That's what it's supposed to be. But where my arms and like sweat and dirt and all that sits, like you can see how my pants are all like dirty. Especially when I'm sitting here like this, with my arms all tucked in, right there. All the dirt builds up on my arms and the sweat. I got some types of wipes, yeah. And then you can just take bird baths in a sink. I mean, if you got a bar of soap, just use that and just use the water and just with a wet paper towel. I mean, you can kind of take a basic shower. And then, like, you know, if you know the sink where you work at and you know it's clean and can clean it with, like, you know, bleach and shit to make sure there's no germs because someone could have threw up in there or something, you know, you can kind of wash your hair in the sink. So, like, at the end of the day, unless you have a family, and even then, if you know what you're doing, you can kind of raise a family out here. But nonetheless, unless you have a family, I don't know in some people's situation in life. I just like the fact that I don't have to drop $2,000 for, you know, a box. And listen to my upstairs neighbors either be like the next professional clogger or like Tony Stark or whatever the fuck they're doing up there. And then paying like $2,000 for like a small ass like living quarters. And if they ain't fucking being the next professional clogger or Tony Stark, you know, I don't want to hear the domestic dispute. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I've gotten angry on this stream, and I don't want people to correlate that in any way, shape, or form in any of my relationships. When I'm with a woman, hell no, I'm completely different. Like, bro, I'm already going to tell you right now, I'm not even in a relationship with a woman, but with what I said on this stream, like, homeboy, whoever the woman, like, whoever it may be I ever may be in a relationship with next is, like, guess what, homeboy? When that even begins, I'm already in the fucking doghouse. Like, like, it don't matter. Not the shit I said, hell no, I'm never gonna hear the end of it. I'm done, I'm cooked, bro. No, I got more important things to do. I suggested them to increase doing that though, Andrew. Because there's a way to kind of like section off the woods with like a fire trenching type system. I'm sure if like the fire marshals drew it out correctly, they could like fire trench it. So that way if it does burn, it's only this section that burns. And at the end of the day, it kind of really doesn't matter. I mean, you kind of have to worry about like the nature stuff, but at a certain point, it like is like fire trenched off. The woods are just fire trenched off and sectioned off. And I mean, you can sit there and go to the extent of micromanaging the land, even to like places where I'm at, like right now in these woods, and make sure there's no leaves, dead sticks, like trash or anything possibly out there. Because they're like a fucking glass bottle thrown out in the grass and the sun hits it just right and it's been a drought, like, homeboy, that's going to cause a fire. There's not much you can do to really stop that unless you're really going out there keeping the land clean. Like no pun intended, damn near extent like of Spaceballs, of them combing the desert, but you're like combing the woods of all that little debris. Like quite literally. But not with combs, you know, leaf blowers, chippers and shit like that. But that's pretty gross there, Ruben. I'm glad that was censored. Well, last time I ever looked at rent, when I was homeless back in 2020 because of COVID, something like there was like a single bedroom. I think it was like 700 or like 850 for a single bedroom, right? That's what it said on the web page. But when you called and you got out through all the amenities and all the benefits you get for getting an apartment there, you know, it was about like $1,600. And they wanted first and last month's rent. And then you also got to make, like, what I mean by that is, besides that, you got to make $3,200. You got to prove you can make $3,200. You got to make double of what the rent is and prove that you make that. And I was working full time at 2 jobs. I mean, I was getting up at like 6 o'clock in the morning to start my shift at 7 and didn't end my day until 10 o'clock at night. And then before I got like 2 jobs, I had one where like I was working doubles. I mean, I legitimately worked like I was going on 100 hours, but my manager sent me home. I was at 93 or 96 hours. And I was going on another double day. And they sent me home. And I still wasn't making enough money to afford rent. And I had food to eat at my work. And, like, you know, I'd kind of go out to eat a little bit because, like, you know, I might have got Moe's or something when I was at lunch, when I was working. Because I was working at Lowe's Home Improvement at the time during that and Jersey Mike's. And then I might have got Moe's. What do you mean? What do I think about it? Like, I'm confused. It just seems like some Tower of Babel shit. And I don't want to call the Tower of Babel shit or anything biblical shit. Pardon my poor vocabulary. But that's how I look at it. You know, because everything got split apart and divided. And then the pyramids are kind of really technically kind of everywhere. And at the end of the day, I mean, theoretically speaking, if you build a pyramid a certain way, yeah, you can kind of theoretically reach the heavens. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, it'd take probably a really big opening space, but nonetheless, I would not feel uncomfortable climbing up that. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I've seen other pictures of what they think it's supposed to look like, but hell if I know, man. All right, well, kid, have a blessed rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in. Jesus loves everybody, I know. And me. What do you mean, what do I do drinking? What do you drinking? Confused on what you're trying to ask me there, Impulse. It was Quail Kid Cricket. I want to say I remember them from being in here earlier in the stream, like a few months back. They kind of like trickle back in and, you know, pass on in. I have a book bag. I have a shelter I made, but I'm not near it. Plus, I'm kind of in a town where people don't really fuck with shit that ain't theirs. You know what I mean? It's one of those beneficial areas to live in. That's another reason why I kind of don't put it on the map, because I don't want people to come in here and ruin it. Like, for everyone's sanity, let alone my own. You know, of course I'm worried about me, but, you know, sometimes worrying about others does help the benefit of me as well. So, it is what it is. Oh, appreciate it. There is a brief explanation and a description. AGLP. Well, would you ask JC? I'm sorry, there's a bunch of people in here. Taco vodka? I don't even know what that is. But I used to drink a lot. Like when I drink liquor when I was younger, I drink a lot of vodka. I appreciate that, AGLP. I'm doing all right, Robert. How about yourself? Taco sauce. I am planning on getting some tacos. That's for damn sure. I appreciate that, too. You have a blessed rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all the support. No, Taka. Taka vodka is what they asked me. I don't know. Vodka is kind of like a plain liquor, so it kind of goes with everything. You know, like scotch or like whiskey or like bourbon. If it ain't in like Coke or something, it doesn't really work. There's like a very few sodas you can kind of get it to work with. Like vodka, it's like more exotic. You can kind of like throw anything in that bitch and make it work. Kurt Russell, dude, bro, Kurt Russell. Are you, bro? Okay, homie. Okay. Oh yeah, Andrew. The thing is with my alcohol consumption, like when I was younger, bro, I'm talking about 18 and everything. I just drank liquor. And then at a certain point, I stopped drinking. I had a few years of sobriety. I started drinking again, but it was more like malt liquor, like like Four Locos. And then I stopped drinking those, and then it was kind of just beer, but like high percentage beer. And then I just don't drink anymore. That was like my alcohol phase. I just don't drink anymore now, though. I mean, I'll watch you drink a whole 24 pack in front of me. I won't touch it. I don't care. Like, I got a medical diagnosis right now where I got internal bleeding. So I can't even eat spicy food anymore, and that makes me so mad. Because I actually like spicy food. But it's my own dumb fault, so I'm not worried about it. What, drinking? Yeah. Well, because I have internal bleeding, I made myself start bleeding. I'm not saying I'm gushing fucking blood, but nonetheless, I'm internally bleeding. So I can't have spicy food. I technically ain't supposed to be smoking or vaping, but I can kind of do that and get away with it without it, like, really affecting me. I just don't drink beer or touch spicy food right now. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, me eating a pepperoni pizza is like playing a dangerous game. It's like that bad. And I'm a person that was like eating ghost pepper easily, regularly, no problems, no issues. So like spice ain't an issue for me. Like I love like jalapenos and poblano peppers and habanero. Like I can eat ghost peppers. Like they're good. No, it's internal bleeding. I got hematemesis. It's like an ulcer or internal bleeding. It's just a fancy word for internal ulcer, but it's internal bleeding. It's an issue in my GI tract. Like, yeah, I literally, like, I woke up, it was April 24th. I woke up at 6:40, got up, got me some water, took a shit, went back to my shelter, because I fell asleep kind of where I was streaming at here, at this chill spot. I fell asleep here. But got up, went back to my shelter that early that morning, and I already had the feelings in my gut of throwing up. And I was like, all right, well, let's get up and let's get this out and get this over with. Well, I started throwing up at 7 o'clock in the morning. And I didn't stop throwing up until almost noon. And I was throwing up like black coffee ground colored vomit. It was like liquid, and it is like all this like thick black, like gooey, like snot shit mixed look, but it does look like coffee grounds thrown in water a little bit. But you know, it's not as like thick and like fluidy looking, like, because it's just a coffee bean. Yeah, and then like at a certain point I was throwing up so much I couldn't breathe. Like there was like everything was like, you know, I'm over here and out. And I'm trying to breathe in, and I can't because I'm sitting here throwing up. And then I was starting to tear the inside of like everything here, because like I was starting to throw up fresh blood as well. And like when that happened, when I was out in the woods, that's when I called 911, went to the hospital, and then I was in the hospital like filling up like those 60 fluid ounce things, like multiple ones of those. I filled up multiple ones of those. And it's not the first episode I've had that where that's happening, and I've been doing that for quite a while now. So, no, but I quit drinking beer since then, so I don't touch beer. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think I'm really supposed to be alive anymore. I mean, like, I'm, like, literally filled up, like, at least 20 fluid ounces of, like, legitimate, just pure, the black coffee ground vomit color blood. Like, I thank the Lord every day I'm still fucking alive. I was praying to the Lord the whole time. I really don't think I was gonna make it, because every time I wanted to, like, pass out and go to sleep, like, something kept telling me just to stay the fuck awake. Because I was legitimately still throwing up, like, for 7 to 4. Well, outside of my own stupidity, homelessness has been pretty easy out here. I don't have to worry about nature too much. It's a very minor concern. You know, I'm not like in Africa. And I've been there consciously before. I want you to understand, like, I've gotten ran over by a tractor that the emergency brake came off of. It malfunctioned and it started rolling forward, and I was walking in front of it at that time. And I'll turn around for you. It legitimately, here, hold on. My jacket's on. It ripped from this ball. I call it a ball right here in between your shoulder blades at the base of your neck. It ripped from here all the way up here to the base of my skull right there. And then like they took it and like flapped it back down and then like stapled it like kind of back here, like more in the middle of my like shoulder blades right back here. And like the whole ride to the hospital there was the same thing. You know, besides people talking to me, you know, my family talking to me and trying to keep me conscious, like, you know, I wanted to go to sleep. Like, I'm sorry, I saw the light, I wanted to go to sleep, but, you know, it was like, you know, don't go to sleep yet. Hey, Because, I mean, I'm over there. I mean, no bullshit. Just, like, done. And what got me was the trailer pin. Because, like, the tractor, the lawnmower had a hit, like, had a trailer hitch on it. And the pin is what ripped me from there to there. And they had to pull that back down and staple it. No, because when I close my eyes, the only thing I would see is like white. But at the same time, like my consciousness is still there. I've not like, went to sleep. It's like when you close your eyes and you're trying to go to sleep and then like, you feel yourself going to sleep. I don't know how to explain it. Outside of that. But yeah. That's when I was a kid, though. I was like 6 when that happened. Actually, I want to say I was younger than that. I don't think I was in school yet. Or if I was in school, it happened over the summer. But it was like an internal to myself, stay away. It was one of those don't go to sleep situation. Because also, I mean, my piss was dark brown. I mean, homeboy. Oh, hold on. That's about right. Well, like brown. It was honestly darker than this. It was more like, there we go. There we fucking go. There we go. Which, yes, is dehydration, but if your piss is this color, it deals with internal bleeding as well. You got to be careful. Because you can sit there and drink a gallon of water all day you want to, but like if your piss is still this color, that means you got internal bleeding. Like I got the literal medical paperwork I can look at that tells me all that, so. No, that was the same day I was throwing up continuously. And why I quit drinking beer. And I'd already had an IV and everything and all that. I still hadn't taken a piss yet. Like, I'm thankful to be here, although I've kind of got angry and, in my opinion, I like to look at myself and seem, again, ungrateful. I'm still grateful to be here. I had a different outlook on life because I've been in a couple situations like that where I really shouldn't, honest to God, be here, but I'm still here, so. Oh, no worries. No, I'm not married. Yeah, look for a place that's open 24/7. Stick to yourself. And the reason I say stick somewhere that's open 24/7 is so you have a place to really use the bathroom realistically. I mean, yeah, you can shit out in the woods if you want and pee out there, but, And then, you can always get something to eat type thing. And then, if your shelter that you make out in the woods falls apart, you can always go there and, have a spot to chill and charge your phone. And it may or may not have Wi-Fi, which you need. Because your biggest hurdle is going to be getting money to get a phone plan. because you're going to need a phone plan unless you use some off-the-wall service to make an email that hopefully is recognized by like the web service you're using. Because you got to have a legitimate number or you can't get an email. Because it wants a verification code, and using the free Wi-Fi number applications will not take the verification code. Therefore, you can't make a legitimate email. If you can't make a legitimate email, you can't apply. Because the places you can only apply to at that point have paper applications, and not many people do paper applications anymore. When at the end of the day, they should keep the paper application, nonetheless. That's about what I'd give you first starting out. Just, and like getting settled in your area, environment, and I say to yourself because you can sit around to yourself, and if you stay out of sight, out of mind, other people might do things in front of you, and you'll see their true nature before you even begin to hang out with them. Yeah. I do have mobile data. Like, bro, I'm monetized on YouTube. And I did have a part-time job. But because, like, my boss threatened to throw my phone in the sink when it was charging, and then was accusing me of misplacing stuff in the store when I worked there only 1 day a week anyways. And I was supposed to be getting more hours and all this other shit. But I kind of took a 2-hour lunch, and then I came back. But my name's on the schedule, but I ain't been scheduled today. So instead of being unprofessional and telling that fat motherfucker to go fuck himself, and if he touches that fucking phone, I'm gonna beat his goddamn ass, because that's my fucking property. And that a fucking goddamn monkey could do this goddamn job. But I was professional and just kept my mouth shut. Then it was like, fuck it, I'm taking a 2-hour lunch. Yeah. So yeah, I know I may or may not no longer work at AutoZone. I don't fucking know. That's where I used to work. So. And I usually wouldn't tell people on the stream. I'd always say retail customer service. So. And now you kind of, whatever I said about my job, it kind of probably makes sense to people. That's how, like, I was explaining it, beating around the bush a little bit. I would just have my hair tucked back in a ponytail. And, like, you know, be in a uniform. That was another thing that's pissing me off. I'd sit there and, like, I'd have to have my hair in a ponytail and tucked back and all nice and neat, but everyone else could have their hair down. Yeah, but I'm monetized on YouTube, so. And my stream's ever growing, Lord willing, and thankfully. So, it's just better all around. And then at the end of the day, I mean, I've worked at, and like, mind you, not all, but some of these places have had, like, not all these places I worked at, I just wasn't a good fit, okay? And I didn't feel like I was a good fit there, and I'd moved on and got other work. But some of these places, and I don't even get into, like, details of where, like, had terrible food quality. Whether they still do to this day is beyond me. No, that's another thing I'll get into, and why I don't want to, you know, I'm glad I don't have to worry about getting a job. It's because they can take your shit while you're at work and throw it in the garbage and shit like that. Because not once have I gotten in the car with my, like, when I've got to thankfully hang out with my mom occasionally from time to time, not once have I gotten into a car with her and she said I smell like hot garbage. There's only been, like, a specific time in my life where I was working at where that happened. So. Thankfully, yes, Lord willing, my mom's still alive. My dad died first. And I thankfully had both my parents growing up and all that, you know what I mean? They weren't divorced or anything. There were a couple times they had struggles in their relationship where it almost looked like they were going to divorce, but they worked it out and figured it out. So, I don't like admitting it, Kathy, but yes. Yeah, my family's immigrants, for sure. I'm American. I was born here. I try to keep the trolls out of here more than anything. Hold on one second. But I'm also Spanish as well. And then like Nordic and everything else. I'm a weird concoction over here, dude. The country I hate the most, America. I love it. Let me rephrase that. I can't say country. It's just some people in this place make me hate. Like, I don't hate this place. I just hate the people in it. Like, people get my... Like, I word that so wrong sometimes. Some of the people in here, man, just... I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Make me want to beat my head on a brick wall. See, no, Jared, you missed the point I was making there. That's why I said, let me rephrase that real quick. Although they asked me what is the country I hate the most, it's America. Because they have an option to do something and usually they don't. That's why I like hate it. It's not that I hate it to a point to where I want to, well, no, I kind of hate it and want to destroy it because there's a lot of other shit going on right now. Now, if they comply, I'll love this place because I just want my shit back. That's too far. Hey, you fuck with me all day. Like, I don't care, but that's too far. That's too far. I ain't worried about it. I'll give it to the Lord. I am not worried about it. I don't plan on doing anything crazy. Like I said, I'll throw you straight into Jesus. Sex robot. No, they know what the fuck they did. I'm not happy with the people and what they did. They know what they did. And I'm not gonna go over here and do anything. I am peacefully protesting the government right now. Bro, I'm upset. Like, I do hate this place. I'm not gonna lie. But I have got other shit on my plate that I hate this place and I gotta handle other shit at the same time. So, it's a hate-love relationship at the moment. It's been an adventurous journey for sure. Bro, we wouldn't have this conversation. They'd all be dead if I was in charge. I would have let Israel take all the credit, but they had all been dead. We wouldn't have this conversation. We'll be watching if Iran, whether or not it truly slipped into a civil war or not. Because what was that Prince guy that came on and gave a speech to the Iranian people? That's pretty much what we'd be watching and seeing who's getting elected right now in Iran. They'd all be dead, homeboy. I wouldn't be having this conversation with you. I ain't playing. And then I would have did it again. I would have kept it strictly against their military infrastructure. Like, sorry. I ain't trying to get dragged out in a war. Like, no. And again, as I said before, if the whole fucking international community is falling quiet on nuclear war right now in Iran, like, and I mean, fallen silent in the sense of nuclear war, that when these uranium enrichment sites are blown up, that does leave behind radioactive waste. But the entire international community is not, like, condemning this, going like, that's wrong. You know, they're all like, yes, Iran is probably going to be incredible. No one trusts Iran with a nuke. So, I mean, I don't know how much any clearer it needs to get. And I mean, mind you, these countries are like on the edge of a true World War III, mind you. And they're looking at one of their allies being like, yeah, you don't need to have nukes. We don't trust you with that. That's saying something when Kim Jong-un is a little bit trusted with nukes more than you. Let alone Vladimir Putin, who's in a fucking war right now himself. That should in itself make a statement without them having to say anything. Well, I ain't trying to, like, speculate anything or anything, but the same point is, like, the international community is kind of quiet on it. Because in and itself, in the umbrella form of what it is nuclear war. There is radioactive waste afterwards. You know, it's not like walking through, oh, there's a body arm, there's a fucking chunk of the bomb, oop, there's their head, oop, there's the torso. You can just walk up there and kind of do that a little bit ish. I put ish on that. If the area's clear, but you know, if there's radioactive waste, you need the proper equipment to kind of go in. And it makes things 1,000 times more complicated than it needed to be. But nonetheless, when you have irrational people, that makes it more complicated than it needs to be. I know. There's always a plan. Until it's actually put into action. Bro, those would be some expensive-ass high-tech drones. I'm going to be honest with you. And damn, it might cost the American taxpayer some money today. I'm monetized on YouTube. This is my job. But I did have a part-time job at AutoZone. Like I said, I'm on the schedule there, but I haven't been scheduled today since I took a 2-hour lunch. And that's just happened because of the bullshit way I'd been treated at the work. You know, it's a stereotypical way a homeless person is going to be treated in employment. You know, you're homeless. They know you're homeless. They know you need that job. You're on bitch duty. You know, my side work now becomes your work, and you have to do it. If not, I'll complain about it, and it'll lead to a complaint of you possibly getting fired. And then, like, they're trying to encourage me to steal from the store because they're saying there aren't cameras in there and all this other shit. Never mind if you may be a new viewer, they were like, you know, the boss was threatening to throw my phone in the fucking sink. Never mind, I had to have my hair neat and tucked back in a ponytail. Like crazy shit, man. Never mind accusing me of misplacing shit in the store when I've only worked like one day of the week. I've been gone all week. I come back in, I'm getting blamed for misplacing shit. And I mean, like, I can literally have the truck pretty much unloaded in like the first 30 fucking minutes. And there's nothing else to do the rest of the day. It's just usually taking care of customers kind of gets in the way of that. I know, Cricket. But there's cameras in there. They're just trying to... They're trying to see if I will steal because there's cameras in there. Because it's an auto parts store, dude. I mean, I could easily take one of those fucking parts that are worth hundreds of dollars and just sell it on the street. You know what I mean? That's not like a company that, or like the way, like... I'm not saying that's how the higher-ups would do it, but like, that's not showing somebody respect to like work there. Because I also got, like, apparently I passed all the things I needed to drive for there and, like, drive the parts around to, like, mechanic shops. Because, like, you can order parts from there from a shop, and we'll drive it to the shop, usually. Or we'll deliver it to, like, another AutoZone or something that someone orders. I'm sorry you want me to play League of Legends right now. That'll be later tonight. Okay, I'll play League of Legends. I should have played it last night, but I decided to get some sleep. Okay, well, you're just going to spread negativity. I'm just going to block you now. Okay. I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. Because you may or may probably want me to play League of Legends. I appreciate people see that I'm actually a good player on League of Legends. I do appreciate it. Thank you. It's just a game I've played for a long time. I got into it. And I hate to make it about a race thing, but like, ironically enough, I got introduced to it by a black guy, so. And then like, we'd all play together. It'd be me, him, and like my brother, because he was like a friend through like being a friend of my brother's type thing. So we'd like all play together, and like we started playing back like when it was like first came out and everything. So I was trying to get him the benefit of the doubt. So I mean, I've played that game for a while. Bro, I live in the woods. Fuck them streets. The Ukraine would not invade the United States of America. Even if you wanted to sit there and possibly think of a conspiracy theory, possible secret invasion when you wanted to train them, they would have been eaten alive. That was highly regulated and like with proper security and everything. Trust me, no, they would have died before they started. And then I would like, that's not something you should play with secretly there in the military. That brotherhood shit's like quite real. R6, I just play League of Legends. So I really can play on mobile right now. Me, typically, Rage, I listen to anything. Like, I like opera, especially if it's like a female. And like, it depends on the music though. and like whether I like it or not, and I personally like it. Because if it's like some opera, like, you know, The Fifth Element, before she gets into all that diva shit, like the intro opera of like the actual singing, I love that shit. I could be there all day listening to that shit. But like I like opera, classical, rock, rap, you know, EDM, country. You know, it just depends on if I like the beat and everything. You know what I mean? So I gotta be specific, like on the opera. Like I specifically like females. And as long as they don't get too excessive and all that, like, you know, there's like melody. That's kind of like the music I mess with. There's a video of my campsite. You just have to look at my channel and go back to my previous content. I want to say it's around day 977. My shelter video is somewhere in there around those days on my previous content. If you want to see my shelter. I appreciate that, but I'd rather receive blessings from God, Jesus Christ, Holy Spirit, from the sacred Bible. That's all who I really need. The days I'm meeting Odin through Jesus Christ and God and the Holy Spirit, I'll worry about those days then. I only care for the Lord. But I appreciate it. Thank you. God is a jealous God, that's for sure. Yes, I believe in God, Jesus Christ, Holy Spirit, sacred Bible. Amber, I didn't mean to ignore your question. Sorry about that. Right now, streaming, growing my stream. I'm about to end it here pretty soon because my battery life's getting low, and I gotta charge my phone up and get something to eat because I haven't ate today yet. And then I'll probably be streaming later tonight. I'll probably stream some League later tonight for sure. I'll probably do another interactive stream though first for a couple hours, and then I'll probably stream League of Legends tonight. Earlier. I won't stream as long as I did yesterday. I meant to split that up and do half of that and then half of League, but I know people like this content more and are able to interact with me a little bit more because I don't have the chat on, and I'd have to make people moderators for the chat when I do gaming to have it on. Because somebody's going to come in and say something they're not supposed to on the chat. And I've tried to block a lot of words. I'm pretty sure YouTube blushes at some of the blocked words I put in there. Some people may be afraid to put them in there. I just go ahead and type it out because I know someone else is going to do it if I don't. I don't Fortnite. I don't know if my phone can handle it. I'd have to see. League's a pretty basic game, and I can dumb it down, like dumb the graphics down, so to speak. Again, if you want to see my shelter, you'd have to go to my previous content around day 977. There's a specific video saying my shelter. You'll literally see me like, it'll be like the thumbnail is me like this with my hand out. But it's the camera this way. Like, I'm like this, pointing in my shelter. And it's like a... Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, it runs smoothly. Some like on my stream, it's supposed to run smoothly, but I have technical issues I have to deal with from time to time. And I try not to get caught up in a rage, because if I do, I typically just go ahead and throw away that stream. Because I don't want people to watch me rage, and like there's a time and place, and I don't want it to be on streams. Some of them kind of left alone because I'm like eventually making comedic gold, but well, I'm in North Carolina, and it depends what you want to talk about my story, but yeah, sure, maybe, possibly. You're in Georgia? Damn, I'm in North Carolina. You're like 8 hours away. I'm 2 hours from the beach and 2 hours from the mountains. Well, I mean, you said you want to know my story. I figured some stuff about my life, but I was just, I ain't trying to get, like, ambushed, so to speak, you know what I mean? With a bunch of, like, dumb off-the-wall questions, you know what I mean? Where it turns into more of a waste of time, because I'm not planning on doing anything stupid if anyone wants to invite me on their stream. I'm not going to be like, oh, you stupid motherfucker. Like, nah, I don't. You know what I mean, though? I've just seen the other behavior of other people through YouTube. That's the only thing I'm more reflecting to and trying to refer to. Not saying you would do that or I would do that. It's just, as you've seen, it's happened, though. So it's a fair assumption. And then some of the things we talk about, like when I answer it, it's going to be hard for people to understand. So I don't have any tattoos. No tattoos at all, brother. I wanted to get some, but I never did. I wanted like sleeves and shit. Well, if you just send me a message on Facebook, I can accept it. It'll say it's probably spam, but I can pass through that and accept it. But I don't plan on going to Georgia anytime soon. I don't really have money to get there. So no, I have an X account or Twitter as well. That's the only social media I have. It's in, you got to go to my channel and like look at my channel description. It's in that, and you can copy and paste it. It should also be in the description of this video too. Like I updated my whole like description thing and try to get in a little bit more detail of like a brief detail of like why I ended up out here homeless, and like, it's day 1009. Yeah, I can easily get a job, but it's like I kind of worked in the area a lot, and A lot of the people don't have the same work ethic as me. And irregardless if they've hired new people and everything, and like, you know, the issue's kind of fixed, like, I still can't get back there. Like, you know what I mean? The damage is done, so to speak. I got you. Yeah, I gotta check that more, because some people, and I guess, do look at that and like send me messages, but some people I just don't answer. I just don't accept people on those social medias because the content gets a little bit, like, a lot more graphic, and it's well without YouTube community guidelines. So, and I mean graphic. I mean, like, you will run across my self-mutilation. Like, I've tried to go through it all and weed it all out and get rid of it all, but something may or may not have slipped through. So I don't want people to sit there, have me as a friend on Facebook, scrolling through the phone with their child, like, on their chest or something, and then, boof, there's my self-mutilation picture. You know what I mean? Like, I make people go out of their way to view my content. I'm doing the Jesus Nazareth way, where I don't cut my hair or trim it or cut my beard or trim it or anything. No, but it's in a generality, though, Celestra. Because, I got 9,000 subscribers, 12,000 people return viewers. So, you know, if I had hypothetically all those people added to my friend list, you know, at some point, or even if they're going through and going out of their way to go through it, you know what I mean? It's right there. So it's just a forewarning. Because some people, they got that medical condition where they see, if they just see it through a picture, bro, they faint. Like, they'll legitimately pass out. So, yeah, I've tried to go through and delete it all. But sometimes when I'm trying to scroll through that, it glitches out and it'll send me back to the top, and it takes forever to get back down to the bottom to, like, all the posts. Because there's a whole other fucked up situation that's going on between me and America. Because don't get me wrong, I love this place. I just hate some certain people in it that are ruining it for everyone. And it's just a whole other complex situation. And there's just a lot on my fucking plate. And I gotta handle other shit, like, at the same time. Like, sure, I gotta worry about me and do what I want to do for me, but at the same time, I gotta worry about what's good for everyone else at the same time. So. Who are you even talking to, 7 Line? Okay, well, I don't know. I'm getting to Georgia, but all right. Oh, I got you. There's a brief explanation in the description, Chris. All right, Celestra. Delta ruin. What's Delta ruin? All right. I don't smoke weed, Chris. I don't do drugs. Oh, okay. I never played Undertale. Plus, I'm homeless. I don't know how I'm gonna carry a bong around on me. That'd be paraphernalia. So bugs can get in there and pee and shit in it and everything. No, thank you. I'm just in like an outskirt of woods, bro. Like really close to like shit. Well, I won't say no, Shay. I got a PayPal and Cash App in the description up there. You just gotta scroll all the way down to the bottom. I appreciate that, JP. Thanks for tuning in. And then, before I forget, I usually say it all the time though, but thanks for everybody tuning in. I hope y'all having a blessed Friday or Saturday, depending on your time zone. Feel free to comment down below. Even though I'm about to end the stream here pretty soon because my battery life's getting low. I'd also appreciate a like, share, subscribe if possible. No pressure, but I greatly appreciate the support. How much for a hotel for a week? It'd be like $1,000, bro. And even if they sat there and gave you a few $100s off because you got a week worth of hotels, you know, you're still talking about almost $1,000. Last time I got a hotel was $179. Nope, that's my Cash App one. Might be my blue. No, I could have sworn I moved it over here. Might be my blue jeans. Nope, that's more my other Cash App. That's my time stamp card for work. Oh, that's all work shit. It's all work related. I had a receipt, but I got a new book bag and everything, and I might have moved it in there. So, but it was $179 last time I got a hotel room. Hey, no, 7 Line. Don't talk. No, don't. No. Don't be telling people not to be giving me money. Who the fuck you think you are, to begin with? And then second, not to, like, that's even if they give me money. Usually a lot of people bullshit. Well, I would appreciate that, Shay, but I'm just being honest with you. And then at the end of the day, where I was going at with my rant there, was like when I tell people that can't donate, because a lot of people that can't donate feel bad and they say it and express it throughout the chat a lot of the times, and I have to reassure them not to feel bad. Like, your like, your share, your subscribe, you being here in the live and like viewing my older content or like content you miss and viewing the ads to that help me and give me money through my monetization of YouTube. So, like, it's worth its weight in gold, as I always say. And I don't want people to, like, feel less, like, I don't want people to feel like, you know, people are more special than each other in here. Like, I try to answer all the messages. I try to treat everyone equally. You know what I mean? If I go off on somebody, like, it doesn't matter who you are. I snap on you. Like, you know what I mean? It's all equal. There's no, like, special treatment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I have a shelter in the woods. But at the end of the day, I don't have to sit there and use the money to get a hotel for all week. I can save that shit. But I could get a hotel for a night and get clean. But, like, I can legitimately save that. Like, shut up, 7-Line. Quit trying to talk somebody out doing something nice for me. Because it's rare when people do come in here. Because there's a lot of people that come in here, ask for that information, and do not do anything. And I'm not one of those people expecting people to come in here and donate. I don't ask for it. Like, they ask me. That's the only reason I even have a PayPal and Cash App, just because so many people ask me, do I have one, and to make one so they could. And I appreciate it, Che. I really do, if you do that. Damn, they're playing that music loud. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Sorry, somebody was in their emotions and wanting to play the music incredibly loud. I'm from North Carolina. Not much, Joshua. What's up with you? Yeah, scrolling the stream, man. I'm gonna end it pretty soon. Let me slow down. I'm going to end this stream here pretty soon and go get something to eat and charge my phone. And then I will be streaming later tonight. But yeah, just growing the stream though. And then hey from America. I appreciate that. I'm gonna stream for just a little bit longer, but like, I'm gonna go eat some food. Because I got to start streaming more, back to where I was, because I like stream a lot more than I actually do. I damn near stream all day. So. And unfortunately, I'm flying blind right now, or I'd have a better sense of what I'd make like monthly through monetization. Or like this could be completely different. I would have took this on the road a little bit more. Like I would have already been to a trail or two by now. You know what I mean? So, but taking it day by day. Yeah, fuck taxes. Bro, when it's 90 degrees and it's 7 o'clock in the morning, no thank you. I don't want to live there. I don't do the heat. Like, no, fuck that place. I appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in. You have a blessed rest of your day. And if people want to add me on League, I may or may not play with you if you're the same rank or not. I'm not an elo whore, but if I want to play ranked, I kind of want to play ranked. But I have no problem playing ARAM or anything like that. I'm actually shocked they don't have Twisted Tree Line on there. Or if they even have that in the original anymore. I kind of missed that. That was pretty cool with the 3v3. Yeah, well, yeah. The God, Jesus Christ, Holy Spirit, Holy Sacred Bible are always there, though, so. No matter what I'm going through, I always try to, like, stop myself and remind myself of that before I even begin to, like, handle that issue. Rather than getting caught up in myself. Yeah, I appreciate that, Ruben. You have a blessed rest of your day as well. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you around. 2 hours from the beach and 2 hours from the mountains in North Carolina. No, I didn't choose this life. In the sense of being homeless, now choosing the life of streaming and like getting monetized on YouTube, yeah, I did choose that. And really, I didn't choose that. People chose that. So, there's a brief explanation of what happened in the description up here. I don't do meth. I don't do drugs at all. But anyways. Not lies. You're just in store for a Dr. Phil situation, that's all. Yeah, God knows the truth that I don't do drugs. That's for damn sure. I know you do, though, brother. It's okay. No, I chain smoke. I'm honest to God, like damn near like it makes me laugh when I watch fucking Team 4-Star for Final Fantasy VII and when they get to Sid. Because they make a joke about all the smoking with the smoke there. And they're like, we're a town full of rocket scientists. Even we don't know how there's that much smoke. And he's still alive. Well, that's cool. I'm at work too, man. I'm streaming right now, brother. I get paid for this, dog. I'm monetized. Like, I get money for this. And I know you're coming in being a troll, but I hope you're having a blessed day. And thanks for tuning in. It'd be nice if you were an actual legitimate viewer instead of trying to be inconsiderate. She's doing a lot better. Although we recently got in a car wreck a few weeks back. Well, a month back. She ended up getting a hernia from that, but she got to go through surgery, some more surgery. But other than that, she's kind of like doing good, you know. I mean, her living condition could be 1,000 times better, but that's neither here nor there that I'm going to bring up that type of drama on the stream. But yeah, other than that, she's doing fine. Lord willing. She's still ticking for sure. Oh. Yeah, I appreciate that. How you doing today, though? Oh my God, I'm not a drug addict and you're getting banned. That is so rude. Like, I did that shit as a joke to make a point because y'all have been doing it nonstop to my stream even after monetization. Like, trust me, I've been to the other communities' chats. It's actually pretty well regulatedly calm in those chats and legitimate people. And there's like a few hundred people in there. You might have like one or two being a jackass. That's about it. Like, I mean, it's an everyday, nonstop occurrence here on this thing. The only difference is I'll be on my main account and do it to you and legitimately be joking. And I don't even do that shit anymore. That's just childish. I mean, that's how I was able to run into, you know, the paraplegic guy. Yeah. Usually if I'm irate about anything, it's just because politics have boiled over. That's all that shit is. Hey, Doxy. Yeah, I remember you. Thanks for tuning back in. Hope you're having a blessed day. Unfortunately, I'm about to end the live stream here pretty soon because my battery life's getting really, really low. I appreciate that. Again, as always, you know, as I always say, you have a blessed rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in. Well, don't get me wrong. I'm going to stream later tonight still. And pretty much stream all night till like 6 o'clock in the morning. Don't get me wrong. Nor am I going to stream like my interactive stream as long as I did last night. But like it'll be split between that and like League of Legends tonight. Well, Lord willing, I should be safe, Tropical. I don't plan on doing anything too crazy. Just crazy enough to tell a story. Well, Richard, you're going to have to wait while my phone charges. I'm sorry. I don't know. It might be around midnight-ish. Maybe a little bit before. It just depends. Maybe a little bit later. It'll be a late one. I could have streamed earlier, like 10 o'clock this morning, but I decided to stay asleep because I feel like a bunch of people would have been like, sleep! So, I'm not sure. Ha 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 ha! That's corny. That's a corny ass one right there. That's lame. That's not funny. That's not funny. I'm 31. Yeah, I'm 31. I mean, I mentioned it last night like 500 times, but I hope you remember. There's a brief explanation in the description there, Vic. I'm about to end this stream. I know you're just tuning in. I'll stream later tonight, but I don't know if you're going to be up that late, but nonetheless, you can view it later when you got time to view it. You know what I mean? I appreciate you tuning in. That's if you stick around. You know, but I appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're having a blessed day, and, you know, I appreciate the support. But, yeah. But to everyone else, though, as well, thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a blessed rest of your Friday, Saturday, or whatever day you do view this, because it may be Saturday depending on your time zone. But hell, you may be viewing this 7 days, a week from now, a month from now. Who knows? Either way, I hope you've had a blessed day, and I'll see you on the next one.